Hold on, I gotta turn off my Roomba. It just started.
Not the Roomba. So while Jordyn deals with her vacuum, I'm just going to talk briefly about all the problems in my life. One of those being, for some reason, I cannot find an air conditioning thing, like one of those like small ones that you can put on a desk. I found them on like TikTok and stuff, but like I don't know, like they just don't work that great. I'm also just trying to say bullshit in Jordyn's ear to annoy her. Hi. Oh, hey.
Air conditionings? That's what you went with?
I was going off of nothing.
Welcome back to the Podracer podcast.
I'm Noah, and that is Jordyn.
And boogity boogie, let's go race it. Episode 17. Watts, how you feeling? What you been up to this week?
Boogity damn boogity. We are here. Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good.
That's it?
Yeah, well, I'm a little frustrated with you, but not really frustrated with you because you're making me film at 9:30 at night, which is not our norm.
Never. Hey, this is coming out bright and early Friday morning. We are not filming at night. What are you talking about? Kayfabe, brother. What are we doing?
Nah, I just had to throw some shade your way. Your excuse is valid, but
There's
whatever.
no shade outside, so don't throw shade in here, okay?
That's a good point. That's a great point.
Amen.
Okay, I'm ready to just get into my weekly rewind because it's just been on my mind a lot lately, and I've been having a blast with it.
Throw it.
James Cameron's Avatar it's a masterpiece.
Oh my gosh.
Just say, I'm a huge fan. Okay?
Yeah.
Jasenia and I watched both of those movies within this week, and they're just both so good. Mm-hmm. Like, they're long, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it is cinema, man. And when you know all the work that's gone behind these movies, it just makes it so much more fun. And then I was seeing on Twitter, we got some first it's like concept art type of deal for the new one, Fire and Ash, and I just can't wait. I December 2025 cannot come fast enough. I'm just so excited. So Avatar is my weekly rewind because it's just fun, and I had a blast watching these movies again because they're great. That's it. That's the story.
We are almost a year away, and you're like, it can't be here sooner. We got a while till December 2025. Feels like 2024 has been like 2 years. So you just want another year to just fly by? I don't think that's gonna happen for you.
Yeah, no, it's wishful thinking.
You know for a fact that we're probably gonna be getting a trailer. Hopefully, before June or something, you know?
Just a sneak peek or something. I just want to see Pandora again. I just want to see the Na'vi. I want to see everything. I love the Sully family. They're incredible. Quick question for you.
Oh, quick answer.
Avatar or Way of the Water, which one do you like better?
The first one. I like the first Avatar movie a lot more. Way of Water, I know you say it's cinema, but God, I almost fell asleep.
Serious?
I almost fell asleep.
I guess, yeah, there's parts it drags.
I didn't, okay? It drags so much. I get it that they need to learn how to, swim and shit, but, come on. Do I need to see an hour of them swimming with animals just so we could see them, be with everybody? No. You get them to where they earn their respect a lot faster. They're not gonna, just showing them learning how to swim is not... that just brings up flashbacks to when I was learning how to swim.
Is that a bad story? Were you traumatized?
Yeah, because I almost drowned. It wasn't fun. It was not fun.
Okay. Yeah, that's not good.
No, not good at all.
I think I just can't get enough of Pandora and stuff, and so I just want to see as much of it as I can. So really, I see where it drags. I totally acknowledge that. Mm-hmm. But for me, it's just big in that movie sphere a lot more. It's just more entertaining. Give me 4 hours. I don't care.
I bet you can't wait to see Pandora at Disney World.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm just itching to go.
I'm surprised that you haven't gone yet.
Dude, I just got no time.
You're closer than ever. You just Just go for it.
I know. It's like a 3.5-hour drive. I have no excuse.
That's nothing. Disneyland's 7 hours from me. And if I was 3 hours away from Disneyland, boy, I would be there every week.
No, I just don't have time, and like money's a thing, that doesn't just grow on trees. So, but no, Jasenia and I are definitely gonna try to get a trip in before the end of the year for sure.
That's a good idea.
That's the goal, and yeah, I might just be in that like land or area like the entire time.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But my week has been crazy. I know it doesn't look like it, but I have a new setup. I have a whole new room. I just moved from where I was. I was upstairs, and now I'm just downstairs. Downgraded a tad, but it's nice and cozy here.
Yeah, but you were living in like a loft. Now you got like an actual enclosed bedroom. So that's...
I have a door. I have a door now, which is great.
That's got to be kind of nice.
It's great. I have an actual closet, so I don't have to like keep all my clothes like in just like my dresser.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean like it's. I tried to set it up like sort of.
You definitely
similar.
changed some things.
Oh yeah, like I have a whole bunch of new stuff rearranged and everything like that. But no, it's nice. I enjoy it. I have a new bed, which is amazing. Love that.
Heck yeah.
Love a good bed. So yeah.
Did you get bigger, or is it the same size?
No, it's a little bit smaller. Like the one that I had.
Oh, you got downgraded.
The one that I had upstairs was a queen, and this is just a full. But like I didn't need a queen.
So what's better about it? Just comfier?
It's way more comfier, in my opinion, and I don't know.
Nice.
For me, this is gonna sound weird, okay, but I do not like huge beds. Because it makes me feel small. That could be an ego thing. I don't know. I don't care.
Might be a little... Your insecurities are showing there a little bit.
Shut up. Look, when I went to DC a couple years ago, and I somehow, I don't know how, but I got my own room. And in that room was a king-size bed. I did not like sleeping on that thing because it took me like... I had to roll like 5 times just to get out of bed. It was, it's way too big. I don't understand how people like need a king size bed all the damn time, but like give me a full, I mean like I've slept most of my life on twin size beds. So like, I don't know if I'm just like accustomed to that, but no, I'm not a big fan of big ass beds. That's just me. So this bed that I have is just a full, and that's all I need.
No, I starfish when I sleep, so we have a king bed, because now that like I'm married, I gotta sleep with another human being in my bed.
Right.
So whenever we're in like a full or a queen, I just know I annoy the shit out of her, because I'm either all up in her space or I'm just grumpy, and because I can't spread out the way I want to. So
right.
All right, yeah. Weekly rewind, new room. James Cameron's Avatar. Good weeks, I think. We got a pretty stacked episode here today.
We have a fun episode for you guys today. Is there any segment that you want to kick into first?
Oh, you know what I want to kick into.
I do.
Noah's Newscast, baby.
It's not a thing.
It's a thing, dude. Just accept it.
You keep saying it's a thing. Trying to say that something is a thing when it's not a thing is just like the definition for insanity, I think.
No. It is a reoccurring segment on this podcast that everyone loves. Noah's Newscast. It flows perfectly.
No.
It's beautiful.
No.
What you got for us?
No.
Come on.
Okay. So yeah, I got some news, Sutton. Some of them are gonna just... One of these is gonna kind of tick you off a little bit because we all know how much you love sequels.
Oh, God, yeah.
We love them, baby.
I actually, like, typically you're the news guy, but, like, I felt like I saw so many things. I took some news down, too.
So we got some Jordyn's Newscast. Wow.
We do. There you go.
See, that's a thing.
Literally doesn't even, like, flow right, though. Yours flows so perfectly.
Sutton's Newscast. That sounds good. Let's get a little...
Sutton's Sources. Here we go. No, you didn't like it? We'll workshop it.
Let's get a little jingle going.
No, go ahead. Talk about all the sequels. Coming out. There's a lot of animated installments for things.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you probably talk about that one because the only one that I got on my bill is Mission Impossible 8.
Jesus Christ.
The final reckoning. Tom Cruise is still somehow doing these because he can't do any other movie.
So that means that this has got to be the final one, right? Like, that's what they're playing into?
I thought the last one, or the one that they made like 2 years ago, was going to be the last one. It ain't. Homeboy is going to keep doing stunts until he literally dies from one of them, I feel like.
Yeah.
But no, the final reckoning, it sounds like it's the finale.
It sounds pretty final,
it's in the name. It is kind of being advertised as the final one. So I don't know if like Tom Cruise has said it's the last one he's doing, or they're probably going to keep making Mission Impossible movies even without Tom Cruise. They'll just get some new actor that loves doing stunts, and that'll be that.
Yeah.
And we get another Mission Impossible movie where Tom Cruise gets to run from something, and he runs so weird. So
he does run weird.
He runs very weird. I don't know why. He just
gets intense. I don't know.
He looks like the cop from Cloudy with a Chance at Meatballs.
Oh,
when he runs.
My God.
Flintlock Wood. Love that.
That's a great comparison. Wow.
That's how he runs. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh my God.
My favorite and your favorite, good old John Cena, is back as Peacemaker, as season 2 is going to be dropping in 2025. They released like this, like HBO released this thing of like, oh, what's coming in 2025 thing. Disney also did one.
Yeah.
And we got to see a little bit of what's going to be happening in season 2 of Peacemaker. It's kind of weird because it's in like a weird period because the first Peacemaker takes place within like the whole Justice League universe and like those series of movies. So now, and it's being made by James Gunn because he did season 1. I don't know how they're gonna get this in. I don't know if it's gonna be in James Gunn's new DCU. I don't think so. I think this might be the last thing that they do in that universe that James Gunn does. There is a special like tagline that he goes, oh, like no amount of like not distance, but like nothing can like separate all of us. That makes me feel like some like space shit is gonna happen.
Okay.
And it kind of makes me think that we might get John Cena lost in space, and who comes and saves him but Superman. But not Henry Cavill, it's the new guy. I forget his name, I'm sorry. But
that could be cool.
Yeah, and like he's in like another like universe or some crap. James Gunn will make it make sense if they do go in that direction. If not, it might just be the final nail in the coffin that caps off the old like DC universe and then as soon as Superman comes out next year, we're fresh start kind of deal.
I've been gearing up actually to finally like sit down and actually watch the DCEU in preparation to get hyped, I think, for James Gunn's new DCU. Because I know on this podcast, I have shit on DC a lot. Yeah. And from the movies that I have seen, because I have not seen every movie in the DCEU.
I think that's a good thing.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah, so when you say you want to get hyped for something, I think it's going to work. Because you're going to probably, at the end of it, you're going to be like, thank God that we're getting something new. So it might actually help.
Well, like, I'm one that I like to, like, kind of be immersed in things. And I don't want to just be one of those kind of bandwagon fans, like, let me just hop on this new franchise type of thing. Because I have seen pieces of the DCEU, and it's always bothered me that I haven't seen all of them, because you look at, like, things like the MCU, and, like, you get into that and all the connections and everything.
Right.
Like, I do want to watch all the movies, even though I know I will have a miserable time doing it. It's just something I want to do, and I've been thinking that I probably want to, like, marathon these movies before James Gunn's Superman movie comes out, and I got a couple months, so...
You got a couple months. You definitely got time. Staying on the DC train, you probably haven't been watching. More than likely you haven't. But the Penguin Show released its final episode the other day. There's no real news whether it's going to get a season 2, but we do know that Colin Farrell, who plays the Penguin, he is going to be returning to play the Penguin in Batman 2 and 3. That's going to be out in that.
There's going to be a third one?
Yes.
Oh, God.
There's going to be a third. You say, oh, God, but I really like the first, the Batman. The Penguin show is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm definitely the Batman hater just because from the experience I had in the movie theater, it wasn't great. It was kind of boring to me. I definitely need to give it a chance again. It was just too long.
This Batman, I'm sorry for all Dark Knight lovers, but the score in the Batman was so good.
See, I don't even remember it, so.
Bum, 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 bum. Fire! And then you throw in some Nirvana in there. Let's go, dog. Let's go.
I gotta try it again. I'll admit I gotta give it another chance because I saw it right when it came out, and I don't think I watched it in the right mindset or environment or whatever you want to call it. But yeah.
Okay.
I also think Robert Pattinson looks weird as Batman. He doesn't fit the role to me.
To me, he looks weird as Bruce Wayne. Batman, I can kind of see it.
Yeah, fair. There you go, fair.
2 more things real quick. The Thunderbolts trailer. There's been an even bigger one that came out.
Okay.
But yeah, my big one takeaway that like a lot of people are like sort of like, it's not the biggest takeaway from this movie, or at least the trailer at least. But we do find out who finally bought Avengers Tower. In the trailer.
In the trailer?
It is Valentina. She does say that it was a little pricey and everything like that, and they are in like the room where like Tony and like Loki talked, like it was in that building.
Yeah.
But yeah, we finally know who bought Avengers Tower. We don't know what the name on the building says. It's very like I'm pretty sure they're gonna hide that until like later in the movie where it becomes more relevant.
Yeah.
Or they're just saving it for the reveal to be in the movie. But there is still an asterisk over the Thunderbolts name. And
yeah,
it kind of got hinted in the trailer where they're like, oh, we're the Thunderbolts. That's a cool name. And they're like, oh, like, we don't like that at all. And then it said like Thunderbolts. And then the asterisk came up. So I'm pretty sure they're going to change it, man. Kind of like how we saw at the end of Falcon Winter Soldier where it changed to Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I think that's what might happen here. Because, you know, that's what I assume. Kevin Feige obviously made it a big thing where the asterisk is important.
Right.
I'm excited. I'm so excited. It has like a great cast, man.
I'm really excited for this movie too. I think the ensemble is going to be, I think it's going to be a very comedic movie. And like, not like obviously comedic. What I mean by that is like, it's not going to try to shove humor down your throat. I just think it's going to like, just be funny. And I think it's going to be like, just a great like group of people, you know, kind of the B-list type of, you know, outcast type of thing. I just think it's going to be good. I'm super excited.
And last thing, this is probably the biggest news. I don't know if you wrote this down.
Okay.
And if you did, then we could talk about it in just a second. But it has been confirmed that Star Wars Episode 10, 11, and 12 is confirmed to be made. We are getting more Star Wars movies. It's going to be centered around Rey, obviously.
Yeah, they're just going to keep doing this goddamn Skywalker saga. I thought we were done with it.
You thought they were done with it? If they were really done with it, she wouldn't have called herself a Skywalker, but here we are. And it's dumb and stupid, but it's whatever.
I think it has potential though.
I will say that I am skeptic as hell because I would much rather have Dave Filoni just take over and do whatever. I would much rather have Dave Filoni just almost retcon 7, 8, 9 for what he's doing with Ahsoka and like Luke and everything like that. It's like, no. Like Star Wars, like we are doing our thing. Disney, you can still do your thing, but this is the real Star Wars timeline going on. If they do that, beautiful.
Yeah.
They probably won't.
Honestly, you don't even need to retcon it, in my opinion. You just need to let it be done after episode 9 and just continue with this Mandoverse.
Oh, yeah.
Get the Mandalorian, get the Ahsoka show, get Andor, connect all these things. Like, just build off of what you're already doing that's successful and just leave the story alone. I was fine when they announced the one Rey movie, like, that was going to be after the fact. But from what I was taking from that was that it was going to be, like, a standalone, just kind of Rey movie.
It's not a Rey movie, it's 3 Rey movies. So that's what we're getting here.
Yeah.
However, as sloppy as 7, 8, and 9 were, the biggest issue with it was that they were not all written at the same time. None of this crap was planned.
Yep.
They do have Simon Kinberg, who co-created Rebels, one of your favorite shows.
Yep. Love that show.
He has been slated to write and produce all 3 movies.
That's good. That was their biggest issue, was that they had different writers and directors.
Exactly. I'm hoping that with the success of the Mando movie and Dave Filoni's movie, throwing it out there, still want it to be heir to the Empire. They have to do that. They have to do that.
Everybody does.
Oh, please do that.
It's going to be a letdown at this point if they don't.
Exactly. I'm assuming and hoping and praying that with the success of those 2 movies, they let John and Dave direct these next Star Wars movies.
That would be amazing.
If they direct it and they get to plan it and help produce, and they have the co-creator of Rebels also be writing and producing.
Shit, that's going to be fire.
It has a chance. It just has Rey in it, which I don't know. They might ground her. They might actually do something better with her and the other characters that 7, 8, 9 threw up at. So,
yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. We got to be optimistic. It's Star Wars. We love Star Wars.
Kathleen Kennedy, just retire. Get out of there. Give it to Dave. Give it to John. And Star Wars fans will be happy for once. So that's my news, Sutton. Let's go to the source.
All right, just a couple things from me that I found. Something that I'm actually pretty excited about is we're getting a new Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah.
That's going to be starring Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, and Zendaya.
Yep.
That right there, just with the starting 4 cast, is perfect. It's so good.
It's a good starting 4.
That's going to be amazing. Christopher Nolan is incredible. His movies are fantastic. Like, I can only imagine how good this movie's going to be. So that should be coming out. I think I saw July 2026. The other thing, these freaking animated franchises.
Yep.
These animated franchises do not know when to quit.
No.
Some of these have already been announced, and they announced a kind of 4th big installment for something. Like we already know we're getting a Shrek 5. That's ridiculous.
Let's go.
We're getting a Toy Story 5. That's ridiculous.
I agree.
We're getting a Super Mario Bros. 2, which kind of expected that. That one should be good, but
that's gonna be good. We're gonna get Yoshi. We're gonna get Danny DeVito as Wario. That has to happen.
Yeah, but again, I see this becoming one of these freaking series that just ends up getting 7 movies and it just never ends.
But it's not going to be the Super Mario Bros. Movie 5, 9. It's going to be 2 or 3 movies, and then we're going to get a Donkey Kong movie. Then we're going to get a Yoshi movie.
It's gonna be too much. Yeah, but the other one that just got announced is that we're getting an Ice Age 6. Come on, dude. Did anybody even watch the 5th one?
No.
I couldn't even tell you what the 5th one is called. I have zero knowledge on the 5th one.
So one of them had dinosaurs in it, and then one of them...
And I think that was the 3rd or 4th one. I don't know. I can't keep up. Nobody cares. Why are we getting an Ice Age 6? It's just,
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right, and then my last bit of news. People's 2024 Sexiest Man Alive this year is John Krasinski. The one, the only Jim Halpert
Oh, man.
is People's Sexiest Man Alive for 2024.
They gave Jim Sexiest Man Alive.
They did.
Wow.
What has he done recently? What was the last thing he was in? Doctor Strange?
Maybe.
Reed Richard for 2 minutes? Like,
Oh, he recently did If. He did that movie this year.
oh, he did the If movie. You're right.
Well, he directed it and then he voiced like a character or two.
Oh, okay, jeez. Anyways, all right, well, that's it for news.
That was a lot. Thank you for tuning in and listening.
There's a lot going on in the world right now, I guess.
Yeah, there is.
All right, what you want to do next?
I think we should run a little bit of hot seat. I think that might...
Hot seat.
Right? We haven't done one of these in a minute, and there might be some burning questions coming out, so...
You got some burning questions for me?
No, but I'm just saying in general.
Oh, okay. Well, here, let me put 5 minutes on the clock, and you can go ahead and ask me your questions.
Okay.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Go.
We know that you are in a branch of the military. So if you could pick a different branch to be in, what would it be?
Probably like an oak branch. I feel like it'd be pretty sturdy, keep me up off the ground for a good amount of time.
Ah.
No. I'd have to pick something other. It was too easy. You just set me up too easy.
Stupid. Answer the question.
So I have to pick something other than the Air Force? I can't pick the Air Force?
If you were not in the Air Force, what other branch of military would you be in?
Oh, geez. Well, I mean, I definitely would never in a million years go to another branch other than the Air Force. But if I had to pick one, I would probably pick the Army, just because I feel like that's the easier kind of way out. I don't think I'd survive as a Marine. I don't think I'd survive as like a seaman, like in the Navy. And I definitely wouldn't. I think I would just want to shoot myself every day if I was in the Coast Guard. So that just kind of leaves the Army. You know what I mean?
Follow-up question, because I knew that you would not say it. Why wouldn't you want to join the Space Force?
Shit, I always forget the Space Force is a thing.
How can you forget about the Space Force?
Because they're just kind of there.
You wouldn't want to be an astronaut?
You know what? I actually would pick Space Force over.
If you could pick a droid in the Star Wars universe to be your close companion, who would it be and why besides R2 and C-3PO?
I was just going to say it's easily R2-D2 because he's amazing. But if it was someone other than R2 or 3PO, it'd definitely be Chopper, 100%.
Oh, you mean the droid that has committed so many war crimes? You wanna be close companions with that?
Yeah, the war criminal. Yeah, because that homie's going to have my back.
I don't know. He doesn't have a lot of other people's back.
No, he's a very loyal droid to the Ghost team. And I would be happy to have, from what I know, he's very funny. So I'd love to be around him.
If you could pick one Star Wars character to be, who would you be and why?
Pick a character to be? Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
And why is it Jabba the Hutt?
Ew, no. It'd be slimy and fat and just rolling around.
You get to hang out, watch people kiss your... Well, you don't have feet, but
oh, man.
Kiss your tail. That sounds weird. And watch people get eaten to death by your pet. And then you get served food anytime you want. You get live, like, bands that get to play in front of you. You get live concerts. You get all kinds of people that want to chill at your house. And then you get, like, people that, like, give you money for stuff. So...
No, you know who I'd want to be? I'd want to be Lando Calrissian.
You want to be Lando?
Yeah, because hear me out. I would be...
The Sabacc cheater?
No, dude, everybody would want to hang around me because I'm just that cool. This guy gambles and he's sneaky and he wins. And so, like, I'd be rich. You know? I'd be, the lady killer in my young age and... No?
I love the gamble part. You got that 100% right. Lando's the best gambler in the galaxy, and that is hilarious.
He just kind of lives up in the clouds and lives his best life. He's got a little run-in with the Empire, but he he fixes himself, and he lives to be a very old age, and yeah, I think he just chills,
Okay. I do notice that you are wearing a Radiator Springs Racers, which kind of goes into my next question pretty fairly. Would you join Dynaco Blue if that also means that your crew chief is Chick Hicks?
No, I would not. I couldn't stand him. I wouldn't be able to. I'd just be last all the time, so he just wouldn't have anything to say.
What do you mean last? Homeboy won the Piston Cup. He's a winner.
Yeah, and I don't want him on my team. So, no thank you.
Raise hail, praise Dale. That is unfortunate to hear.
All right, that's 5 minutes, though. So it is now your turn. Watts, are you ready?
No, I'm never ready for this. I don't like this.
You got it. It's too easy. Ready?
Let's go.
What are your top 3 favorite franchises, and can you rank them?
Sure. We'll throw Star Wars at number 1. I don't want to make it too obvious, but Spider-Man franchise at number 2. Just because I have those franchises tattooed on my body. And a third one that is probably I don't want it to shock, and it shouldn't shock, but I just enjoy watching these movies. It's probably the Godzilla movies, the classic Godzilla movies. That's a top 3. I love seeing me some giant lizard wreck something.
For sure.
Shin Godzilla is one of my favorite Godzilla movies of all time. Godzilla -1 is brilliant. The director of that movie is now in talks with Marvel to come and maybe direct a movie, so I'm excited for that. The story of Godzilla is just really good. The whole idea of Godzilla is so interesting.
Wow, I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, I love Godzilla.
What is the most binge-worthy TV show in your opinion? Or alternate question, what's the show you've binged the most? Or you could answer both if they're different.
They are different, so I will answer both. One of them that I've binged the most is Parks and Rec.
Yes.
I love that show so much. It is so hilarious.
That show is funny.
The writing on that show is so much better than The Office. I will die on that hill that Parks and Rec is better than The Office. Fight me.
I go back and forth.
Parks and Rec is just so much better. It's not even a question.
I think the cast as a whole is much better than the cast of The Office.
Yeah.
But then I think some of the moments and some of the jokes in The Office are funnier than Parks and Rec.
See, I feel like the humor in Parks and Rec is so much better than The Office. The Office, will have...
That's fair. No, it got some good humor.
I know it's still, the same type of humor, but, I feel like it just comes off so much easier on that cast, and Amy Poehler's incredible, and
fair.
Chris Pratt, Nick Offerman,
hilarious.
And then the one that's worth it the most... I don't know. It's a tie for me between Breaking Bad and The Sopranos. Those shows, every time I binge watch them, which I haven't watched them as much as I've done Parks and Rec, but anytime that I do watch it, I can't stop. I gotta finish it.
Yeah. Okay, I got time for probably one more question. What cinematic world would you choose to live in, and why? So, you're not really a part of the main ensemble. You're a sidekick. You're just a civilian living your life, but you're in this universe.
This is probably the easiest question that you could have given me. It is the Lego Movie universe.
Oh, my God.
I would love to be a citizen in there. Lego City is so much fun.
Yeah, that's good.
So, yeah, I would probably pick... good old Lego City. I'd like to be there because then I get to see a whole bunch of other Lego characters just go flying around and crap. It'd be great. So throw me in there.
Good little hot seat. We haven't done that in a minute.
I thought it was going to get a little bit more intense, but thank goodness.
Yeah, I went a little conservative with my questions this time. I didn't feel like attacking you too much,
Thank you kindly.
Anytime.
Let's reset.
But not next time.
Not next time? What do you mean?
All right, buddy. This next segment, I'm actually very nervous but very excited to do with you.
So we got a new segment here. It's called Connect the Stars. No, ladies and gentlemen, we are not talking about constellations. We are talking about movies.
Heck yeah.
Shocker, I know. So practically the base of this game is there's one movie and we need to connect string of actors to another movie.
There you go.
So
Beautifully
we just
said.
need to pretty much just connect those two movies together by using only actors. And they could be like, oh, this actor was in this movie. who did a movie with so-and-so, who did a movie with so-and-so, who is in the movie that we're trying to connect.
Correct.
And practically, me and Jordyn, we do know the movies that we had to connect. We did connect them. We don't know how we did it. And we're going to see who was able to connect those movies just using shorter actors and who was able to to get it better, faster, stronger.
This was very difficult for me at first.
Really?
At least the first matchup took me a very long time to try to find any sort of connection.
Very long time?
I'm going to be pissed if there's a very obvious one, but...
There is. So
Go ahead, run it with the first one.
All right, so the first two movies that we are going to be connecting is we have to connect Titanic to the very first Rocky movie.
Yes.
So I was able to connect it in 3.
Okay.
How many were you able to?
I think I did it in 3 too.
You did in 3?
Yeah. Maybe 4, depending how we're counting it.
So I'll start just so we can lay the ground here.
Okay.
So I took Leo DiCaprio, who was in Titanic, obviously. He did a movie with good old Sam Jackson in Django Unchained.
Yep.
Who also did a movie with Sylvester Stallone called Escape Plan.
Oh.
And of course, Stallone was in Rocky.
Okay. Yeah, so I think I did it in 4 then. So the way I did it was I took Leonardo DiCaprio and I connected him to Brad Pitt from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay.
Brad Pitt was in a 2000s thriller called Snatch with Jason Statham. And Jason Statham was in Expendables with Sylvester Stallone. So that's how I connected them.
That's great.
Yeah.
When we decided on Titanic, I'm like, all right, I got to go Leo, and I'm immediately jumping to Django because he was in a movie with Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson was in a movie with everybody.
Yeah.
And that was just, I'm like, I knew he had to do at least one movie with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I didn't.
And thank goodness he did.
I didn't find that with Sylvester Stallone and
Brad Pitt to Jason Statham to get to Sly, like that's not a bad effort.
that's how I could. Yeah, that one was really hard for me. That's definitely my worst one.
Oh man.
You take the W for the first one.
Dub. 1-0 here.
Yep.
All right. So the second movie that we got is we have to connect Pulp Fiction to the Barbie movie.
So this one, funny enough, I actually also used Samuel L. Jackson and Leonardo DiCaprio from Django.
Really?
Yes. So Samuel L. Jackson from Pulp Fiction connected him with Leo DiCaprio for Django Unchained. Leonardo DiCaprio was in Wolf of Wall Street with Margot Robbie.
Okay.
Margot Robbie was Barbie. So.
Wow. Yeah, you definitely beat me on this one.
Oh, really?
Because I did it in a little bit more. I went a different direction here. I probably should have gone Samuel L. Jackson here, but I went a little bit different. I took Uma Thurman, who's in Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
She did one of my favorite movies with Bradley Cooper in it. Burnt. It's a great chef movie. It's fantastic. I recommend you go see that.
Okay. Burnt.
Who did American Hustle with Christian Bale.
Okay.
Who also did a movie with Jared Leto in American Psycho, who was in Blade Runner 2049 with Ryan Gosling, who's in Barbie.
Dang, you took a long way to get there.
Yeah, a little bit. I just didn't want to reuse Samuel L. Jackson.
That's
I didn't want
fair.
to keep reusing characters, so I wanted to go a different route here.
That's fair. No, I appreciate that.
I thought you would go a little bit longer. But I guess I'm wrong.
Something we didn't mention about this segment is we're not using superhero movies to connect people.
No, yeah, we cannot use any superhero movies or Star Wars movies. We cannot use any of that because they would make it way too easy.
It's got too big of like cast and ensembles and what have you. So
agreed.
Yeah. All right. And for the final matchup, we are connecting Cars to the B movie.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
All right. This one's for the win.
This is for the win. I think I got you beat, though. I obviously took Owen Wilson.
Okay.
Ka-chow himself, who did a movie pretty recently with Danny DeVito in The Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
Who was in a really bad comedy movie called The Ratings Game with Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay.
So, yeah, I got it in 3.
I think I might have you beat.
Okay, let's hear it.
I took John Ratzenberger from Cars. He is the voice of Mac.
Man, he's been in a lot. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He's also the voice of the Yeti in Monsters, Inc.
Monsters, Inc. That's right.
Which John Goodman is the voice of Sully in Monsters, Inc. And John Goodman is the voice of Leighton T. Montgomery, who is the lawyer in the B movie.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he
is.
Yeah. Come on, you thought you were going to get me on Cars in the B movie?
Oh no, I underestimated. Damn it.
And the winner is Jordyn Sutton of Connect the Stars. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Damn it.
Yeah, I knew, like, as soon as, like, I thought of Cars, it's like, okay, I need someone that's been in a lot of animated movies. And that Mac's voice just popped in my head. I had to find someone who was in a Pixar movie that was in the B movie, and I got lucky with John Goodman.
I'm not a fan of losing.
No, we know this.
I don't like to. I love winning, but I sure do hate losing.
I am also a sore loser, so it's okay. But that was a lot of fun. We'll definitely do that again, and maybe we'll keep like our running tally because I like that a lot.
I got to run that back. We got to run that back.
For sure.
I feel. Cars to a B movie. I was like, I might be laying up Jordyn with that idea.
Yeah, you gave me that one for free.
That came back to bite me in the ass.
All right, so we got a fun little mini bracket here.
Mini bracket.
You actually came up with this idea. You saw like some TikToks about this.
Yeah, I didn't come up with the idea. I did see it on my Instagram feed. Because you know how Instagram does like those like channels and stuff?
Right.
I was in a channel and they were ranking the best hero villain like duos. And I'm like, that would be fun thing to do on the show.
Yeah.
So pretty much stole this idea, but I don't care. It's an Instagram thing. If you're that
We
butthurt
kind
about
of
it,
made it.
whatever.
I mean, we created this list our own.
Exactly. A lot of the stuff that was on the Instagram one was very obvious ones. So I shot the idea to Jordyn, and I'm like, what if we just threw some more fun ones and see what we can come up with as the best good guy, bad guy duo.
For sure. There's definitely a couple like classic ones like you can't go wrong with, but a lot of these are kind of more just like duos you wouldn't necessarily think of when you think of good guy, bad guy duos.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's rank them. You ready to start?
Let's rank. Yeah, let's go.
All right, little bracket. So first up, we got, again, random seating. We got Mario and Luigi and Bowser.
Okay.
And they're going up against Mr. Krabs and Plankton from SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Krabs and Plankton. They got...
Yeah.
Anytime they see each other, it's fight on sight, you know?
Oh, yeah.
We don't see, we see Mario and Luigi have to team up with Bowser in Mario Party. So they're not that big of villains, But nah.
Exactly. And the whole, like, villain stealing the princess, been there, done that.
Been there, done that.
You got Plankton's entire life is to steal a recipe. Like, just...
He's a chef.
Amazing.
He knows what is success, and he wants that success. And man, It's good. Him and Eugene go back, too.
Yeah, and he's an inventor, too. He gets crazy with his plans, So...
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, we got a little TV matchup. So this one is... Did you watch Glee? Have you ever seen Glee?
No.
That's a damn shame. If you've seen Glee...
That's a shame?
Yeah, Glee is fantastic.
Okay.
So we got the Glee Club versus Sue Sylvester, which Sue Sylvester is one of the most iconic TV villains ever.
Is that Jane Lynch?
Yes.
Oh, I love Jane Lynch. She's in
hilarious.
She's in Only Murders in the Building. Watch it.
Okay.
Watch it.
God, Selena Gomez obsessed over there.
I'm not. I'm more Martin Short and Steve Martin obsessed. They're great.
All right, Glee Club and Sue Sylvester versus Jim and Dwight. I mean...
Jim and Dwight.
Yeah.
I don't need a whole bunch of kids that sing covers really badly against Jim and Dwight. Come on, man. That is so easy.
That's fair. But Sue Sylvester is amazing. I could talk about Sue Sylvester forever.
Oh, God.
Okay, next up. We got Poe and Tai Lung from the Kung Fu Panda movies versus Perry the Platypus and Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Yeah.
Is that...
It's not even a discussion.
Oh, no. It's Doof.
It's Perry and Doc, yeah, for sure.
A platypus?
Perry the Platypus?
So stupid. God,
so
it's great.
Good.
It's so good.
So good. I cannot wait for that show to come back.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
All right, next up, we got Walter White and Gus Fring.
Oh, that's gonna be hard.
Versus Marty McFly and Biff from Back to the Future. This one might actually be a little tough.
Well, here's the thing. Future Biff killed Marty's dad.
Yeah.
That's something that we gotta bring up.
Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
It's leave. Make like a tree and leave. You sound like an idiot when you say it wrong.
It's so good.
Okay,
No, but Walter and Gus is a pretty, like, intense...
That is way more intense than... I mean, you don't see Gus Fring getting chucked in manure in every single...
You don't.
No.
I could go either way.
Could go either way. I'm gonna say Marty and Biff. As much as I want to say Walter and Gus, it is good.
I'm cool putting McFly and Biff through.
Yeah, let's throw Biff in.
All right. Next up, we got a little animated matchup here. It is Shrek and Donkey and Lord Farquaad.
Lord Farquaad.
Versus Lightning McQueen and Chick Hicks.
Oh, you gotta go Farquaad.
You gotta go Farquaad here as much as I love Cars.
I know you love Cars to death. But
no, but Farquaad is an incredible villain. Right now, I'm just picturing him with his hairy chest in bed and talking to his mirror, drinking some alcohol.
Why is that the first thing that you think of?
I don't know.
I was thinking of him like, some of you will die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. That's the first thing that I think of, and you're thinking of him naked in bed.
Yeah, that was a little weird, actually.
That's weird, son. That's weird.
Let me change it. The other thing I'm thinking of is the gingerbread scene.
Talk about an iconic entrance.
Yes.
Where he's just strutting.
And then he's like 2 feet tall.
He's a giant. He's a giant in his eyes.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
God.
Now we got a little superhero matchup. I feel like this was kind of like paired up pretty decently.
Let's see.
Professor X and Magneto versus Thor and Loki. You want to go X-Men, huh?
Oh, I'm going X-Men. Are you going Thor Loki?
I'll give it to you. Just the only reason I want to go Thor and Loki is because I think their dynamic is funnier.
Loki was only a villain to Thor in like 2 movies. Xavier and Magneto have gone rounds with each other.
They're also like
brothers.
They're brothers. Like
yeah, they're brothers. So it's like that's a family bond. Then they still like have to work together regardless. So like if you're talking about like good guy bad guy good duos, like
I'm not even talking about Thor and Loki brothers. I was saying like Professor X and Magneto are like brothers in the sense that like their like upbringing was together and then it obviously splits. I guess the story is actually much better with Professor X and Magneto. So you're right.
Even though it does get sloppy in the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Magneto.
No, it's a good duo. Okay, next up we got Aang and Zuko versus Rick and Morty. And I'm putting Rick as the villain here because have you ever seen Rick and Morty?
No, that show's stupid.
Oh, that show's so good.
That show is so dumb.
No, it's so good.
Rick and Morty has never made me laugh. I think it is stupid. And I love like time travel stuff. I think Rick and Morty is not hilarious at all. I think both of the characters are annoying. The creator's a pervert. It's not a good show at all to me.
That's so sad.
Against Aang and Zuko?
No, 100% we're going Aang and Zuko here. Like, no question about it. But Rick and Morty is so good. That makes me so sad you don't like it.
No, that show sucks.
Oh, man, that sucks.
No, the rest of that show is dumb, and I don't find it
man.
entertaining or funny at all.
That's a bummer. I love Rick and Morty. I've watched it multiple times.
Terrible show.
It's good.
Terrible show.
No, that's sad. That's just wrong. But okay, last matchup we got is Rocky and Apollo Creed versus Tom and Jerry.
Oh.
As much as like I got recency bias with how into the Rocky movies I am lately, and I know the Rocky movies are very important to you, but Tom and Jerry is Tom and Jerry. What you thinking? Which way you leaning?
That is so tough for me. Because Tom and Jerry is classic. Like, that is...
Classic.
They hate each other for reasons.
Yeah, it is like the good guy, bad guy duo. Like...
That is one of the most iconic duos ever. Rocky and Apollo, like...
That's pretty good, too.
I'll go Tom and Jerry.
Wow, I thought you were going to fight me for Rocky and Apollo.
Here's the thing. As much as Apollo and Rocky may have, like, hated each other, Apollo only wanted and was only acting so mean and ruthless to Rocky was because he couldn't get over himself not winning.
Yeah, you're
right.
That
was all himself, and that's why he did it. As soon as, like, Rocky beat him again, which, in my opinion, Rocky could have taken the first fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Could have taken the first fight. I think those judges were rigged. But no, I think with Rocky beating him in the second one, that's when Apollo's like, all right, respect, for real.
Yeah.
There's no respect in Tom and Jerry.
No.
That cat wants to kill that mouse for real.
For sure.
So, yeah, let's go Tom and Jerry.
Good rationale. I like it. Okay. Back to the top, quarterfinals. Mr. Krabs and Plankton versus Jim and Dwight.
I'm going to go with Krabs again.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. But then I was like, it's Jim and Dwight, you know? Yeah, you're right. It's Mr. Krabs and Plankton.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like this one's pretty easy. Perry the Platypus and Dr. Doofenshmirtz versus Marty McFly and Biff. You stuck, huh?
I really like Marty and Biff, man.
They're good, but...
They're really good.
Perry the Platypus and Dr. Doofenshmirtz is like a favorite to win.
Well, here's the thing. Biff is a dick, man.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. All right, yeah, Perry and Doof.
It's gotta be. They're just too good.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay, next up. Shrek and Donkey and Lord Farquaad versus Professor X and Magneto.
Throw Magneto into the next round. I'm sorry.
That's like clearly Professor X and Magneto.
It's too good, man. It's too good.
Back over, this is going to be a tough one for me, I think. It's going to be Egg and Zuko versus Tom and Jerry.
That's a tough one for you. It's an easy one for me, but it's a tough one for you.
What's the easy answer for you?
I'm going Egg and Zuko.
Okay. I just like, it breaks my heart because Tom and Jerry is like the original good guy, bad guy duo.
Right.
And they're so iconic, but Egg and Zuko, their story is way too good.
Way better story, man.
It's arguably one of the perfect stories ever written, in my opinion.
It's so good. It's one of the best animated shows of all time.
No, it is the best animated show of all time, 100%. Semifinals, Mr. Krabs and Plankton versus Perry the Platypus and Dr. Doofenshmirtz. I could go either way here. I could argue for both of these.
I can as well. Do you want to flip a coin?
No, we got to talk it out a little bit. I mean, I think I know what I want to go.
All right. Let's say it on 3.
Okay.
And if we're in agreement, then we can move on. If we're not in agreement, then we can talk about it. But let's say it on 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs and Plankton, yeah.
Okay.
What was your reasoning for that?
Well, both of them are great.
Yeah.
The first thing that came to my mind is when Perry stopped having Dr. Doof as his main, like, bad guy. Mm-hmm. Dr. Doofenshmirtz got so sad. He got very, very sad.
See, my rationale for it was sometimes I feel like Perry and Dr. Doofenshmirtz, like, it's like the same gimmick every time, which I guess you could argue that's the same gimmick for Mr. Krabs and Plankton. But I just feel like the hatred and the creativity and just the, like, fallout between Mr. Krabs and Plankton, like, it's higher stakes than it is Perry and Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Like, I also feel like Perry kind of, like, helps out Dr. Doofenshmirtz at times. You don't really see Mr. Krabs helping Plankton. You don't really see Plankton helping Mr. Krabs.
Also, in both of their respected movies, the Phineas and Ferb movie and then the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, Plankton's a way better villain than Dr. Doof.
Yeah, 100%.
So
Plankton's just a good villain.
That's true. He's
All
just
right.
way too good.
Very good.
All right.
On to the final. Okay, Professor X and Magneto versus Aang and Zuko. You know what I'm going to say, but...
I know what you're going to say. And I'll agree with you. Let's throw Aang and Zuko in.
Okay. I'll defer to you if you want to put Professor X and Magneto, because I know I got my nostalgia goggles or I'm blinded just by my love for Avatar. Like, if you want to put them through, I'll defer to you. But
I'll let your bias go because I also just really love Avatar: The Last Airbender.
So good.
I would say that I do like Avatar more than I like X-Men.
Yeah.
Because I watched Avatar before I even watched any X-Men. So
yeah.
That's just my opinion and my bias, but yeah, we'll throw Aang and Zuko in.
And for the Nickelodeon finals, we got Mr. Krabs and Plankton versus Aang and Zuko.
All right. I know who I'm picking.
It's Aang and Zuko, right?
It is Mr. Krabs and Plankton.
What?
It is Mr. Krabs and Plankton. They're way better.
Why?
They have way better like chemistry when it comes to just hating each other, and it's so much more entertaining than Aang and Zuko.
Oh man, I guess you could argue that Zuko goes good. So
he does go good, but obviously Plankton has his moments too. But listen, Zuko's sister,
Azula,
is a little bit better villain.
100%.
She is insane. I see her as a way better villain, and like we see her as like the bigger bad that we didn't even like really like see.
Yeah, because we think it's Ozai the whole time, and
exactly,
I mean, it is, but it's also Azula. Yeah,
it is her. So
yeah, you're right. Avatar has multiple villains that are all good in their own like instances, but Plankton is the villain of SpongeBob.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, you're right. It is Mr. Krabs and Plankton. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dang. Okay, that's good. Okay. Well, you want to wrap up the episode with turning in our homework?
Let's wrap it up. It's been what?
Oh, we had homework. You don't remember? Oh, you didn't do your homework. My first assignment to you, and you don't do it?
Look. I gave you one movie, hour and a half. You give me a first season that's like 10 hours long.
That's fair. I did say I would give you an extra week, but out of curiosity, how far did you get? You had an entire week, an entire 7 days to take 10 hours of your time to enjoy a show.
Uh-huh.
How many of those hours out of the week did you actually watch?
If I go on my HBO and I go to press play, it's going to be playing the third episode.
So you've only watched 2 episodes.
I've only watched the first 2 episodes.
Did I not tell you that you have to get through the first 2 episodes to get to the good part?
I can't.
You just gotta do it. You just gotta sit down and hit play.
It's so boring. It's so much talk.
I told you, you just gotta finish the first season.
The first couple seconds, the first couple minutes of the very first episode did have me curious. But then it lost me.
Dude, it gets so much better.
I hear you. I believe you. But man, I'm bored.
Dude, you haven't even got to the good part with Jon Snow. You haven't got to the good part with Daenerys.
Jon Snow has a dog. I like that.
You haven't seen anything with Tyrion Lannister yet. I mean, there's so many good storylines. You just got to get to them. You just got to power through. I promise you. You're going to finish this first season and your jaw's going to be on the floor with how it ends.
I hope. But I don't know. I'm not a big fan of like medieval crap.
That's fair.
I mean, the most medieval I go is like Lord of the Rings, and it's so not like Lord of the Rings. So it's like,
that's fair.
I don't know. My curiosity is so limited when it comes to that.
Yeah.
I mean, probably when I see like more dragons and crap, that might get me up a little bit.
The dragons will come. You got the White Walkers that will start to come. And then, like, yes, it is a lot of, like, sword fighting, horse riding. There's a bunch of political nonsense. But it's truthfully, like, what gets you with this show is the characters and their storylines. Like, you just got... Like, right now, you're at the part where they're introducing you to everybody, and you're getting kind of some of the backstory, and then the story is going to develop. Like, you just got to get through the first couple, and then it's going to get so good. And you're going to just get so invested in all these different storylines and all these different characters, and then they're just going to rip the rug out from under you. I promise you it's good. That's why I only give you the first season, because if you finish the first season and you still don't like it, then don't watch the rest of the 8. That's good enough. But you gotta at least say you watched the first season. Like, you just gotta, man.
Okay.
Only 2 though? Like, man, that's crazy. Because now you got 8 to watch, and you only got a week.
You gave me 10 to watch in a week.
Well, I gave you technically 2. You're now in your second week.
Okay, all right, I'll take it. But man, if I have to watch 30 more hours of people just riding on horseback, I'm gonna fall asleep over here.
You just gotta get to the meat and potatoes of the character storylines.
How do you have dragons in a show and not freaking ride them, man?
Well, they
like,
haven't.
That's so
you haven't
stupid.
met them yet. You gotta get there.
Daenerys was in these episodes. I know that she's like the dragon queen or whatever.
She's the mother of dragons. Yeah.
Exactly. I thought she was gonna like enter on a freaking dragon, and then she didn't.
She's like a slave basically the first couple of episodes. Just wait. Dude, you don't even know. Oh God, you don't even know.
Okay.
Just give it a chance. Just the first season. If you hate it after the first season, you can be done. I will. All right. I give up on the Game of Thrones train, but you just gotta do it. You gotta do it. I did my homework.
Let's talk about your homework, though.
I'm gonna just start this off by giving it a rank out of 10, and then we can talk about it.
Okay.
And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that right now. So, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Out of 10. 3, 2, 1.
9.
5 out of 10.
You are so stupid. You are so stupid.
Come back. Sit down.
Raiders? A 5?
Let me talk it out, okay?
No, I don't want to hear it. You lost me already. Why would I hear you out? You have one of the dumbest opinions. 5?
Yeah.
A 5?
Sit down. Let's talk it out for a second. Here's my take on it, okay? You gonna look at me? No? Go ahead. Just stare at your Indiana Jones poster in the background. That's fine.
I am.
Okay.
Because he can't even believe it.
Hey.
5 out of 10.
Here's my take on it.
5 out of 10.
I think Indiana Jones is one of those things, if you didn't watch it growing up, it's not going to be for you.
With the dude with the sword and then he just shoots him? That's a 5? Where he races a car on a horse and all that action, that is a 5?
The horse and the car scene.
With the opening start of him running from the boulder, how iconic that is, where he entered a tomb with Doc Ock himself. That is a 5?
The same way medieval is boring for you, whatever genre this is, it was boring for me.
Adventure is boring to you?
It just, okay, I know I'm critiquing it way too much.
Because he has a whip?
Would you let me speak? I'm just going to talk to his empty chair. I understand that this was made in the 80s, but like the effects really took me out of it. There's some cringy moments that really took me out of it. The only good parts about this movie to me is the score was amazing. Harrison Ford is amazing. His performance was great. And the couple of scenes, like you said, the iconic opening and the entire sequence when he's on the horse and he basically steals the Ark from that, like being in that truck. Those were the only sequences I was actually engaged in and entertained in. The rest of the movie, I was just kind of bored. And again, like the oldness of it really took me out of it, which is where I also feel like I already said, this is a movie I feel like if you didn't grow up watching it,
where he's in the tomb and he has to put the thing down and the sun shines and he finds it. It
was okay. That scene was way too long.
The effects being bad, you mean when the Ark opens and the faces melt? That was practical, by the way. That was all practical.
That was good for its time, but
when his head blew up at the end, they had to add way more fire because it was way too realistic and way too brutal to keep the PG-13, or sorry, the PG rating. They almost made that sumbitch R because of that.
I'm just telling you how I feel. I know it's a hot take. I know it's breaking your heart because I know how much indie means to you.
That sucks! Oh my god, that sucks.
I know.
You're gonna hate that I say this, but Raiders of the Lost Ark is a way better movie than Cars. I don't give a damn what you say.
No.
You saying that movie is a 5? You are crazy.
It's just my take.
You are so crazy.
It's just my take.
That is the worst take I've ever heard. It is boring. Boring.
Yeah. The pacing was not good in this movie.
Talk to me about pacing. I get bored after people talking about politics in the snow.
I told you, you got to get through the first couple episodes. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't great.
You are dumb. You are dumb. That is such a bad take. I usually don't get super upset with other people's opinions because everyone has them.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I will say this because you're my friend. That is the dumbest opinion that you've had.
Fair.
That is the dumbest one.
I get it's a bad take. That's my take.
Then do better. Take a better one. Did you watch the movie?
Yes, I did.
I don't think you did.
I did.
I don't think you did. You're saying that movie is a 5 and you think that is bad?
I actually watched it like just a couple hours ago. I watched it like before I got home, before we started filming. Like it's fresh in my mind and I just didn't connect with it. And I truly think a part of it is like nostalgia and a part of it is watching it now versus watching it when I was young growing up.
I can't believe that you ranked Deadpool and Wolverine as a better movie than Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, dude.
Which is considered one of George Lucas's best outside of Star Wars.
Brother, I'd rather watch the B movie.
Yeah, because you watched it for like 30 years straight when you were in high school.
40, but yeah, you're right.
Whatever. Look. You are dumb. That is the dumbest take.
This is just my opinion, man. This is my hot take. My hot take is I don't like Indiana Jones. I know it's one of your favorite movies. I know.
Oh man.
I know.
It's one of the best movies ever. And you say
Wrong.
You're wrong.
No.
You are so wrong. You are so wrong I'm sorry. How many rides does the B movie have?
Doesn't need it. It's that good.
It has goose eggs.
It stands alone by itself and shines.
How many stunt shows does the B movie have? Goose egg.
Stands alone and it shines like a diamond.
The B movie doesn't hold a dime to Raiders of the Lost Ark. Not a dime. Oh man, I'm not coming back next week. I need to take a vacation. I need to take some paid leave here.
Oh, man.
This is ridiculous.
Well, that's a good place to end the episode.
Huh.